If you spend a lot of time at your desk, your keyboard is probably one of the things you interact with the most. But most standard layouts force your hands into a position that isn't exactly natural over longer sessions. The Royal Kludge A72 takes a different approach, with an Alice-style split layout designed to match the way your hands actually rest. It's still compact, it's still familiar feeling, but it's aimed more at long-term comfort than just speed or aesthetics. So let's take a closer look and see if this is something worth adjusting to. Inside the box, you get the A72 itself. I've got some extra linear cream switches here, a USB-C to USB-A cable, a 2.4 GHz wireless receiver, and a keycap and switch puller. This is a plastic keyboard. It has a bit of density to it, and there isn't much flex along the length of the board. It's pretty rigid, and that bit of density does make it feel pretty planted when you put it on the desk. Visually, the split layout definitely stands out, but not in a way that feels overwhelming. It still looks clean, just angled slightly to match the natural positioning of your hands. Overall, first impressions are solid. So the standout feature here is the Alice layout. Instead of a traditional straight row design, the keys are split and angled outward. This helps reduce that inward wrist rotation you usually get on standard keyboards. It makes typing feel more natural over long sessions as well. The keycaps feel solid under your fingers. I went with the linear cream switches. Thanks to the gasket-mounted design and 5 layers of sound dampening, the key presses feel and sound refined. They're very smooth and pleasantly muted in my opinion. My only gripe with the construction of this board is the volume dial. It's very loose and a bit wobbly. I don't know if that's intentional, like that's the style of the knob, but either way, to me it feels mushy and it's wobbly, and I'm just not a huge fan of it. As for the overall design, it's clean and classic with a little twist. I have the matcha green color combo, and I just love how it pops on my desk. It's minimalist enough to blend into any setup, but it still has personality. All in all, it's ergonomic without sacrificing style, and something I'd actually want to leave on my desk every day. I'm not the biggest fan of in-your-face rainbow RGB lighting, but I do think lighting accents tastefully done can improve the aesthetics of a keyboard. And that's the case here. The key lighting adds just the right amount of pop, and the subtle side lighting gives the keyboard's side profile some extra character. One unique feature I haven't seen on any other keyboard is the Royal Kludge logo hotkey at the top. Tap it and it automatically opens a run command that launches your browser directly to the Royal Kludge web control app. It's a really convenient shortcut, and it's positioned well enough that you're unlikely to hit it by accident. Pretty cool feature in my opinion. A few other things to note about the A72. While it is technically a 68% layout, which usually means a smaller or medium-sized board, this one is almost the full length of a full-size keyboard, thanks to the extra memory keys and media controls on the left side. And because it feels closer to a full-size board, for some reason I just keep expecting the F keys to be there, but since it's still technically just a longer 68%, you don't have a dedicated F key row. Typing on an Alice layout takes a little getting used to, but the learning curve here is actually pretty minimal. After a couple of days, I was fully adjusted and started noticing how much a small angle change can improve wrist comfort. Typing feels comfortable and consistent. The key presses have this very slight wobble to them. Stabilizers are decent though, and the overall sound is clean and quiet. It's not hollow or sharp. After you get used to the layout and the placement of the keys in the Alice layout, typing on this is a real pleasure. Gaming also holds up surprisingly well. While the layout does prioritize comfort, it still works as a responsive gaming keyboard. It took a little time to adapt at first since muscle memory is so ingrained from traditional layouts for gaming, but once I adjusted, the inputs felt predictable and smooth. Here's a quick sound test for you to hear the sound profile. So who's the A72 really for? If you spend a lot of time typing, work, content creation, or daily use, and you're curious about ergonomic layouts but don't want something too extreme, I think the A72 makes a lot of sense. It's great for anyone looking for wrist comfort without jumping into a fully split or ortholinear board. Just be aware that there is a transition period where you have to retrain your muscle memory to get used to it, but after that, definitely feels more comfortable than a traditional layout board. So that's all I got for this one, guys. I hope it was helpful. If this helped you make a purchase decision, please consider using the affiliate link down below, as it really helps support the channel and helps me to continue bringing you reviews like this in the future. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.